Hey everybody, welcome back to Curiosity Compass. Let me tell you, I am so pumped for today's video. We're talking about the everyday stuff, the things you see and interact with all the time, and uncovering the crazy, mind-blowing facts hidden beneath the surface. You know, it's easy to go through life thinking we've got it all figured out, but trust me, the world is full of surprises. And today we're diving headfirst into 5 of them. Buckle up, because these facts are going to make you question everything you thought you knew. Okay, let's kick things off with a real doozy. Get this: every breath you take, every bit of air that fills your lungs, there's a chance, a real chance that those very same molecules, those tiny little bits of air, were once breathed by a dinosaur. Imagine that for a second. The air you're breathing right now could have been inside the lungs of a massive, roaring T-Rex or a gentle, grazing Stegosaurus. It's like a direct link to the ancient past, right here in the present. I'm talking Stegosauruses, Triceratops, maybe even a T-Rex letting out a ferocious roar. These magnificent creatures once roamed the earth, and the air they breathed is still with us today. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? The very same air that filled the lungs of these prehistoric giants is now filling ours. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Like something out of a sci-fi movie. But the science checks out. The molecules in our atmosphere are constantly being recycled, and they've been doing so for millions of years. It's a continuous cycle that connects us to the distant past in ways we can hardly imagine. See, Earth's atmosphere, it's a closed system. Think of it like a giant snow globe. All the air we have is all the air we're ever going to get. It's constantly being recycled, swirling around the planet, through trees, through oceans, through you, through me, through everything. This closed system means that the air we breathe today has been on an incredible journey, passing through countless organisms and environments over the eons. This recycling process is what makes our atmosphere so unique and so interconnected. Every breath we take is a part of this grand cycle linking us to the past and the future. And this process, this incredible cycle of air, it's been going on for millions and millions of years. From the time of the dinosaurs to the present day, the air has been a constant presence, shaping life on Earth in countless ways. It's a testament to the resilience and continuity of our planet's atmosphere. So, yeah, those molecules you just inhaled, they've been around the block a few times. They've seen some things, man. They've been part of ancient forests, prehistoric oceans, and even the breath of long-extinct creatures. It's like each molecule has its own story to tell, a history that spans millions of years. They might have been part of a prehistoric forest fire, or whipped up in a hurricane when dinosaurs still roamed the Earth. These molecules have experienced the dramatic events of Earth's history, from volcanic eruptions to ice ages, and now they're a part of our everyday lives. It's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it, the sheer scale of time and the interconnectedness of everything. The air we breathe is a direct link to the past, a reminder of the vast history of our planet and the countless forms of life that have inhabited it. And you know, it makes you realize that we're all part of something much bigger than ourselves. We're connected to the past, the present, and the future through the air we breathe. It's a humbling thought, and it makes you appreciate the history of our planet in a whole new way. We're breathing the same air, sharing the same planet, with creatures that lived millions of years ago. This connection to the past is a reminder of the continuity of life on Earth and the incredible journey of our atmosphere. But hey, don't freak out too much about those dinosaur molecules. Think of it as a little connection to the past, a reminder that we're all part of this incredible journey through time. So take a deep breath and appreciate the incredible history contained in every molecule of air. Alright, get ready for this next one because it's a real head-scratcher. You've probably heard the phrase, trust your gut, right? It's something we often say when we're faced with a tough decision or when we have a hunch about something. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we say that? Well, it turns out there's more to that saying than you might think. It's not just a metaphor or a figure of speech, there's actual science behind it, because you actually do have a second brain down there in your belly. Yes, you heard that right. It's not just your imagination or a quirky saying. No, seriously, I'm not messing with you. This second brain is a real thing, and it's called the enteric nervous system. And it's basically a network of millions of neurons that line your digestive tract. These neurons are similar to the ones in your brain and spinal cord. We're talking about 100 million neurons, which is more than you'll find in your spinal cord. That's a lot of brain power concentrated in your gut. This gut brain is constantly sending signals back and forth to your actual brain, influencing everything from your mood to your immune system. It's like a two-way communication highway. And the crazy thing is, this second brain, It can operate completely independently. It doesn't need your permission or conscious thought to do its thing. It's just down there 24/7 making sure your digestion is running smoothly. But here's where it gets really interesting. Scientists are starting to understand just how much influence this gut brain has on our overall well-being. It plays a role in regulating our emotions, our stress levels, even our sleep patterns. So that feeling you get in your gut when something's not right, that's not just your imagination. Your second brain is trying to tell you something. And, it makes you wonder, what else is this gut brain capable of? We're only just beginning to scratch the surface of understanding this complex system. But one thing's for sure, it's time to start paying attention to those gut feelings. They might just be smarter than we think. So next time you have a gut feeling, remember, it's not just a saying, it's your second brain talking to you. Alright, let's talk rubber bands for a second. Those little stretchy things that are always mysteriously disappearing around the house? Well, it turns out these everyday objects have a secret. They're actually temperature sensitive. Ever notice how a rubber band stretches way easier when it's warm? Like, if you've been carrying one in your pocket all day, it's super pliable. But pull one out of a cold drawer and it's stiff and unyielding. That's because rubber bands are made of polymers, long chains of molecules that behave differently depending on the temperature. When you heat up a rubber band, those polymer chains relax and become more flexible. They're like, this is the life, let's stretch and move. But when it's cold, those same chains bunch up tight, making the rubber band stiff and prone to snapping. It's kind of like how our muscles work, actually. When we warm up before exercising, we're essentially getting those muscle fibers loose and ready for action. Rubber bands are the same way. So next time you're struggling with a stubborn rubber band, give it a little warmth. Hold it in your hand for a few seconds or blast it with a hairdryer. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. And hey, it's a fun little science experiment you can do at home. Just, maybe don't aim a hot hairdryer at your face. Safety first, folks. Okay, time for a juicy fact. Have you ever wondered why apples float? I mean, they're pretty dense objects, right? So, what's the deal? Well, get this, apples are basically tiny life rafts because they're about 25% air. Yeah, you heard me right. Air. Inside those crisp, delicious apples are tons of tiny air pockets, tucked away within the cells. These air pockets make the apple less dense than water, which is why they bob happily along at the surface instead of sinking to the bottom. It's like a built-in buoyancy system. And it's not just random air, either. These air pockets are actually crucial for the apple's survival. They help with gas exchange, allowing the fruit to breathe and ripen properly. So next time you're enjoying a crunchy apple, take a moment to appreciate those tiny air pockets. They're not just making your apple float, they're a testament to the ingenuity of nature. And speaking of ingenuity, this airiness is also why apple bobbing is a thing. It's not just a fun party game, it's a science experiment in action. Try it with other fruits, and you'll see that most of them sink right to the bottom. Apples are truly unique in their ability to stay afloat. It's just one of the many things that make them so awesome. Alright everyone, brace yourselves because this last fact is a real mind-bender. It's one of those things that makes you question everything you thought you knew about the universe. Are you ready for this? Shadows can move faster than the speed of light. Yes, you heard that right, faster than light. Yeah, I know, it sounds impossible, right? Like completely bonkers. But stick with me here because it's not as crazy as it sounds once you understand the details. After all, the speed of light is supposed to be the ultimate speed limit in the universe. Nothing can surpass it, not even the fastest spaceships or the most energetic particles. Nothing can travel faster than that, right? It's a fundamental principle of physics, something we've all been taught. Well, here's the thing. While it's true that nothing can travel through space faster than light, shadows don't actually travel in the traditional sense. They don't have mass or energy, so they aren't bound by the same rules. Think about it. A shadow is just an absence of light. It's not a physical object, it's more like a concept or a phenomenon. It's like a hole in the brightness. Imagine a spotlight shining on a stage. If someone steps in front of the light, they create a shadow, a dark spot where the light can't reach. And the speed at which that hole moves depends on the movement of the light source, not the light itself. If you move the light quickly, the shadow moves quickly too. So imagine you're shining a flashlight on a distant wall, and you quickly flick your wrist. The light beam moves, and so does the shadow. The shadow cast by your hand will seem to zip across the wall at super speed, potentially even faster than the speed of light if the wall is far enough away. It's all about the distance and the angle. But the light itself is still traveling at its usual speed, The photons are moving at the speed of light, as they always do. It's just that the shadow is a result of the light being blocked, and that blockage can change position incredibly quickly. It's a bit like a relay race where the baton is passed along. It's a bit of a technicality, sure, but it's still a mind-blowing concept. It challenges our understanding of speed and movement in a very fundamental way. It just goes to show that even the most basic things, like shadows, can have hidden depths and challenge our understanding of the universe. There's always more than meets the eye. And that's what makes science so fascinating. It's a never-ending journey of discovery where even the simplest phenomena can reveal profound truths. There's always something new to discover, even in the most unexpected places. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and who knows what amazing things you'll find next. So, there you have it, folks. 5 mind-blowing facts about everyday things that just might have changed the way you see the world. From the air we breathe to the shadows that dance around us, there's always something new to learn and be amazed by. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey into the weird and wonderful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Curiosity Compass for more mind-expanding adventures. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing and never stop questioning the world around you.